talking about some of the challenges I'm having as a dentist and a small business owner. And some of the categories I'm going to be talking about is becoming more organized. With all the tasks that are being thrown at me as a small business owner that's growing, different challenges have been developing, and I am working on to improve that. And I'm also working to become a better leader and a communicator. One of the reasons I'm doing this YouTube channel is also to become more articulate, be able to organize my thoughts and be able to communicate that, because I think that's super important in this day and age. And I always love testing things out and challenging myself to do different things. I also have a challenge of customer acquisition and customer satisfaction. As I'm growing, I need more customers in my business, and I'm brainstorming always on how I can do that. And one of the things I do is by branding myself, putting myself out there. And in order to do that, I need to become a better communicator. That is why I'm making these videos. And if you're interested in that journey, please follow me on Instagram, Dr._Andrew Choi. You can follow me here as I am posting videos every day and sharing my thoughts and things that come up as I am working toward my goals. So the first thing I want to talk about quickly is being organized. And one of the biggest challenges I had ever since I was young is being organized. I'm a big picture guy. I'm unorganized. I'm the type of person that has an agenda. I have multiple apps on my phone, and so my wife always makes fun of me because I have all these organizational apps, but I get lost in the weeds with it. So recently I picked up a book called Getting Things Done by David Allen. I'm currently reading it. I have that book right on my desk right now, and I'm trying my best to really learn how to learn and how to stay organized. And it's been very difficult, especially because I was able to manage it when my office was smaller. But as it's getting bigger, there are more patients, more employees, more team members, more people I'm dealing with, more tasks being thrown at me. And now, instead of being an operator, instead of being a clinician in the business, the one that's solely producing in the business, I have to take a step back and understand how to create this system, organize things. And in order to do that, I have to learn to organize my thoughts and organize my tasks. And that's been something that's one of the biggest challenges I had. So in order to become more organized, I am trying my best to balance my time and learn to be a clinician in the office when I'm seeing my customers or my patients. And I'm also taking a step back and learning how to delegate tasks to my team members. And learning to delegate takes a lot of different steps. And so delegation, systematization, tracking metrics to make sure the systems are in place and operating has been a biggest challenge for me. Second thing is becoming a leader and a better communicator. A great leader is a great communicator. So that's also one of my biggest challenges. And in order to improve that, I've just delved into a lot of YouTube videos from Leila Hormozi. I highly recommend their videos. She is awesome. She's really opened my eyes into different aspects of business. And leadership is really hard. It's one of the most difficult things for me because there's a lot of emotions involved because you're leading people. And when you're leading people, you're leading emotions, and you're dealing with different emotions that people face daily. And it's not just the emotions they have in the office, but emotions that they bring. So creating a healthy environment where everybody's respectful and communicate clearly with everybody and thanking each other and smiling at each other when they speak has been one of the most important things that I've been emphasizing to my team, and it's in one of our core values. And that's one of the reasons why leadership is so hard, communicating that. And setting expectations early is something that I've always learned, and that's very important in all aspects of people business and people communication. I think as a clinician, as a dentist, as a medical provider, setting expectations to your patients is also important, but setting expectations to your team members is also important, which means one thing that I've been implementing is, and I put a lot of thought processes in, is core values. Core values is when business has a goal, core mission. It's how we treat our employees, how we communicate as a team as we get to that, we travel to that core mission. And so for example, one of the core values that we have in our office is share the load. So what does that mean? What does share the load mean? When I talk to my team members, I tell them sharing the load means we work as a team. Dentistry is a team sport. Most small businesses is a team sport. And we build each other up in front of the patient. We help the patient build confidence by working together and provide that service as a doctor and with our team members. And we thank our team members when there's exchange of cooperation. We build each other up. We compliment each other. We smile at each other when we talk. We don't make sarcastic, negative comments to each other. There's no team drama. And we squash drama because I have zero tolerance for team drama. I think we all deserve to be happy when we work. And so I always ask my team, everybody has drama at home, negativity that comes from the outside the office, but it gets dropped off at the door when they come in. That's been one of the most important things for me because I personally get super stressed out when someone gives me sarcastic tones or attitude, and not just because I'm a boss, but that shouldn't happen to each other. And when I see that, I always pull the team member aside, or that's a topic for us to talk about, because we always treat each other with respect. There's zero tolerance for disrespectful conversations, disrespectful comments, sarcastic tones, and all that. Because that's stressful. I don't want anybody dragging their feet into their office because I want our team to be happy to see each other every day. Because the worst thing is going to work when there's drama in there and you don't want to see somebody there. So becoming a leader and a better communicator has been an important task for me, an important mission for me, and it's something that is ongoing and I'm learning. And communication is not easy. That's why I have this YouTube channel, because I'm putting in the reps, learning to talk to the camera, learning to communicate my thoughts clearly, articulate things, and develop my speech. And it works. A leader who can communicate clearly, that's one of the fundamental skills that a person can have. Another thing is that I believe strongly in extreme ownership, and this idea comes from Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink, and he's a Navy SEAL platoon leader, or he's one of the leaders of the Navy SEAL, and he always talks about if anything goes wrong in the team, it's always your fault as a leader, no matter what. If there's drama in the office, it's my fault. I didn't set the expectations. I didn't set the expectations. I didn't clarify. I didn't communicate that to the team that disrespectful, sarcastic tones are not permitted in this office. Zero tolerance. Something like that. You just have to, you got to take responsibility for everything that goes on in your business. And a third challenge that I'm having is always in any business, customer acquisition and customer satisfaction. I am a huge believer in customer service. Customer satisfaction is one of the most important things ever. And I'm as anal as my most difficult patients when it comes to different businesses that I use. If I go get a haircut, I expect certain things. And I believe in a high standard. And raising the standard and communicating that to the team is super important. And as small as, for example, small things as when a patient walks in through that door, I expect my team members in the front to look up, make eye contact, smile, and call them by the name if we can. And that creates this environment, sets the tone, sets the experience for the patient, and patients actually comment on it on our reviews because they love the fact that it's not one of those offices that when you go in every time, nobody knows who you are. And as a business, of course, new patient acquisition, new customer acquisition is key. And that's one of the things that most business owners have most difficult with, difficulty with. In this day and age, there's a lot of tools that we can use, and what's been working for me is social media and social reputation online, making sure you do your best, of course, with your customers when they're serviced, and also making sure that they are serviced well enough that they want to share it with their friends and family. And the biggest compliment that we can receive as healthcare providers, as a dentist, is a patient who goes home and brings their family. So a patient who goes home tells their friends and family that I got this guy, a dentist, and he's amazing. You'll feel the difference. And sadly, a lot of people have not experienced a good dental office, a great dentist who really cares. And so I think my biggest strength is that I actually care for my patients. I want to do good. I do my best, and I make sure the patients feel that way, because no matter, like, for example, when a patient comes for the hygiene, they get their teeth cleaned, even if they don't have an exam to do, I go there and say hi. Like, when a patient comes in, you shouldn't be ignoring your patients. Those customers are who are the supporters of your business. Like, you really have to feel that way, and you really feel passion, and you want to feel like you want to help them, no matter what business you are in. Even if you own a liquor store, you want to help them. When they come in, you want to help them find what they want to find in that. You want to create that experience, talk to the patient, create that friendly environment so that they have the ability to ask you without any hesitation. I don't want any of my patients to feel like it's a burden to ask me for anything. I'm more than happy to help them in any way possible, and I think that's been what's creating the difference for the experience in an office. So those are the challenges I'm having, and I'm continuing to work on it to create a system so that my overall challenge, because my goal is to I don't want to be the sole producer. I don't want to be the sole clinician. I need help in order to scale my business. I need to be able to delegate, and delegate not just the non-clinical side, but also the clinical side. I need to be able to get better clinically myself, so that I can make sure that the clinical work, the actual treatment, is done at a level that my patients or my customers deserve, and that way customers spread the word. So those are my thoughts today. I actually wrote down some of my notes here. That's why you see me keep on looking at the monitor behind. And as I'm creating these videos and watching my previous videos, I see how unorganized they are. I'm going back and forth. So I would love to hear your feedback. If you found this valuable, please hit the like button, subscribe, give me a comment, give me some feedback. Let me know what you learned, what you are learning. I would love to just communicate with whoever's watching, my small number of followers that I have. I would love to communicate with you and learn more from you. Peace.